We are Russell, and welcome to your site safety orientation. Why are you here? Because we want to make sure that our high expectations for your safety are crystal clear. Nothing else matters if you can't do your job safely every single day. Just remember, the job's always going to get done, but a serious injury can never be reversed. An injury-free work environment is 100% attainable if we're all willing to do our part. Safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes hard work, dedication, awareness, and action to ensure you go home safely every day to your family and loved ones.
Safety is by far our most important core value. It's easy to take it for granted, but we can never dismiss safety. We must intentionally focus on it every day on the job site, because it's easy to forget its importance when accidents don't happen. That's why we start our job meetings and our company meetings with it. We continuously plan for and measure our safety performance and hold ourselves and each other accountable. Without it and the physical and mental well-being of our team members like you, nothing else matters. Thank you for your commitment to safety.
As we all know, construction is very risky. Think about it. We're building a building that's never been built before, working with people we haven't worked with before, all for a schedule and budget that somebody else promised a year ago. On top of that, add in all life stresses and distractions, and you can see how things can get dangerous quickly. So how can we make safety happen together? First off, you won't hear us say safety is our top priority. Forget it. Why? Because priorities change day to day, hour to hour. So a priority is only what matters at a given time. Now, valuing safety, that's a different story. When you value safety, it's driven deep into your DNA. This guides our thought process, our conversations, decisions, and actions. That means we never look the other way. There's no excuses, and we're never almost compliant. The rules we live by focuses our attention on the most important aspects of construction site safety. Let's start with fall protection, the leading cause of fatal injuries. Sadly, on average, one construction worker loses their life every day due to a fall to a lower level. This is unacceptable and completely preventable. It starts with one simple thing: proper planning. At Russell, we go above and beyond OSHA requirements by requiring fall protection for all work exposing you to a fall of 6 feet or more. From multi-story projects, wood or cable guardrail systems with toe boards will be installed at leading edges. Top rails must be 42 inches high, mid rails at 21 inches, and toe boards at least 3.5 inches high. Guardrail systems must support at least 200 pounds of outward or downward force. A warning line system may be used on roofs. They must be at least 6 feet back from the roof edge for roofing work and 15 feet back for all other trades. And keep in mind, a safety monitor system is never allowed on a Russell site. Personal fall arrest or restraint system must be used for all work completed outside of a warning line or guardrail system. This means you'll need a full body harness, 6-foot shock absorbing lanyard or retractable lanyard, and an anchor point able to support 5,000 pounds. Simply put, if you wouldn't hang a truck from it, it's not a tie-off point. And remember, inspect your equipment before each use to make sure that it's in good condition and will protect you. Scaffolding and ladders obviously create a fall hazard too. Scaffolding must be inspected daily by the designated competent person for your company and documented on an inspection tag. Ladders must be used safely as well. No standing on the top 2 steps of a step ladder, and never lean up a closed step ladder unless it's specifically designed for it. Extension ladders must be set to a 4-to-1 pitch, extend 3 feet above a landing, and be secured. Never carry tools or material while climbing a ladder. You must always use 3 points of contact. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is a staple in our industry. It not only protects you from the work you're performing, but also from those working around you. So we require the following PPE to be worn by everyone at all times on a Russell site. Your head is your most vulnerable part of your body, and a head injury can be life-changing and affect every part of your body. So protect it by wearing your hard hat. Your vision is the most precious sense that you have. Now I want you to close your eyes for a few seconds. Imagine that's all you see the rest of your life. So protect your eyes by wearing your safety glasses 100% of the time. No excuses. Construction sites are notorious for all kinds of objects lying on the ground and uneven walking surfaces, making sturdy work boots with puncture-resistant soles a must. High-visibility attire, such as high-vis vests, t-shirts, sweatshirts, or coats, must be worn at all times. This makes you easily visible everywhere and to everyone, and can protect you from struck by or caught between injuries. Gloves, hearing protection, respirators, and other PPE may be needed while performing specific tasks. Make sure that you're fully protected at all times, whether you're at work or at home. If you think housekeeping is somebody else's job, you're definitely wrong. A clean job site is not only a safe job site, it's also more efficient and a direct reflection of our professionalism. Our environment influences our decisions, so working in a cluttered and unorganized environment can lead us to make unsafe decisions. Why? Because it gives us a feeling that safety is not being watched closely. Simply put, do your part. Keep the job site clean and organized for everyone's benefit. We often take electricity for granted because we use it every day. What we forget is that even small amounts can seriously injure or kill us. Electrocutions are one of the leading causes of fatalities in construction and part of OSHA's Focus 4 hazards. This is why a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, must be used at all times. A GFCI will trip power within 1/40th of a second when there's an imbalance of 5 milliamps or more. This prevents you from being shot. One of the easiest things that you can do is to inspect your cords and tools to make sure they're in good condition. Ground prongs must be attached unless your tool is double insulated. Cords should have no cuts or strained ends, and electrical tape cannot be used to repair a cut in an extension cord. A best practice is to do a cord roll-up every Friday, which allows you to inspect your cords while also keeping the job site clean and organized. Never attempt to alter, modify, or remove electrical equipment or installed wiring. This includes cover plates on energized receptacles and switches. Only qualified electricians are allowed to do so. And remember, always maintain a distance of 10 feet from overhead power lines. Dig permits are required before any excavation or trenching work. This ensures all utilities have been located and other precautions have been planned for. If you need to cross an underground utility, it must be exposed by hand digging 18 inches on either side of the locate. Never assume the depth, as they can vary greatly. Cave-ins can happen without notice, potentially burying workers. Did you know a cubic yard of soil can weigh as much as 3,000 pounds? All excavations deeper than 5 feet must be sloped, benched, or shored properly to protect workers inside. Assume soils to be type C, which will require a 1.5 to 1 slope unless determined otherwise by your company's competent person. Proper ladder access within 25 feet of travel must be provided for all excavations 4 feet or deeper. Plus, all open excavations must be barricaded when work is not being performed. Safety planning is critical to our success in preventing incidents, but it must be continuous to be effective. Russell requires specific safety plans for high-risk activities such as hot work, crane picks, demolition, excavations, confined space work, and many others. Planning can occur in group settings such as pre-install meetings, pre-task briefings, daily safety huddles, or weekly safety meetings. Most importantly, it should also occur as you evaluate your tasks and associated risks throughout the day. Never assume someone else will perform a task exactly how you think they should do it, and use three-way communication to ensure a thorough understanding by everyone involved. Whether you're a first-year apprentice or a 20-year veteran, everyone has a voice for safety on a Russell job site. It is not just a desire, but an expectation that you speak up if you have a safety concern. We want to ensure a culture that supports you in making the safe choice in the moment, even if conflicts arise. If you can't talk in person, grab your phone and use one of our QR codes to anonymously submit concerns anytime. Trust me, you never want to think back and say, I could have saved a life that day, but I chose to look the other way. In other words, you see something, say something. Remember, safety doesn't happen by accident, and it's not something you can just take off the shelf and use whenever you think you might need it. Value for safety must be ingrained in your DNA and actively communicated and demonstrated every single day. Your knowledge and experience matter, so use it to mentor those around you, whether they're new to the industry or a seasoned pro. When we make safety a natural part of our day, we encourage and empower others to do the same, and that ensures that everyone goes home safe to what matters the most.